Hey everyone, here is my best accomplishment and the star that I was most excited to try since I first started Dream Edition. This is One Star of the Future, 120 coins, and there's a lot to say. So first thing first, this attempt is this completion is really special because first, this is what my 150 star, which is I think it's a pretty cool number, and also it's my first tier 7 star. It's my hardest. My previous hardest was TWDE, and as well, it's pretty special because it's approximately it's been approximately 1 year since I first started Dream Edition. Even though I didn't play 24/7, I took some breaks sometimes. Um, it's almost been 1 year, and I think it's sort of an anniversary or something. And yeah, I think this star is really cool to get as my 150th and my the 1 year, like the last one. I think it's pretty cool. So basically, it's a 120 coin star, and we're gonna. It's basically like a red tower and yellow tower, but with some extra stuff. So first thing first, we're gonna go through the synth platforming. So we're gonna take the blue tower paths, even though we're not gonna go to blue tower. Next, we're gonna do the red tower paths. Then we're gonna head over to yellow tower, and we're gonna finish this off with satellite. So this is the same route as menu player, I guess. It's for me the best route at least, and this grind was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought that this was gonna be just yellow tower plus, but it's not really. Like, some of the jumps are really annoying to learn, and like nothing really stand out for being like super difficult, but some of the jumps really needs practice. All right, so as I said, there's gonna be a few extra jump to do, and here is a good example. So this jump here is quite silly. I didn't die at this one much, but the thing is, doing this without pause buffer and without like perfectly setting up the angle is really tricky. The shadow here won't really help out because you won't really be able to see it throughout the jump, and yeah, like this kind of stuff adds up like a little bit of difficulty, but it's not super difficult, but still, it like these jumps are what makes this star really hard compared to the others. Alright, now we have this coin and this coin, which is completely free. But let me explain, guys. If you look on the bottom right corner on the screen, you will see that my old PB was 118 coins out of 120. Well, this is not a joke. I actually died to 118. So how does it happen? Well, basically, in this route, you can only miss one coin. And the thing is, I actually completely forgot about this red coin right here. And a red coin, as you know, is 2 coins. So basically, I was really fucked. And I actually decided to continue the attempt because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go too far. I think I'm gonna die. And no, actually, I got all the coins. And once I reached, sorry, the last one, I was forced to reclimb red tower, and unfortunately, I died because I actually died to the first E section. But we're gonna talk about it later. But yeah, so basically, yeah, I technically got the star 2 times. But yeah, it's not a big deal. That was a pretty funny joke. Okay, now we have this coin. Normally we would skip that section, but since we have to get this coin, we are not gonna skip this one. So this curiosity section is really easy. You just have to wait a second here, and then you just continue. Like, the invisible floor doesn't make it hard. Doesn't make it harder. Like, basically doing a curiosity is just muscle memory based. So even if we couldn't see like the entire structure, it wouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so we're almost done with Store 1 paths, so there's nothing really difficult. Like, it's basically like Star 1, but with extra jumps. Like, nothing difficult. Here, be careful because the coin can fall off if like you're not careful, so be careful there. And yeah, so basically it's gonna be the end of Star 1 paths, and we're gonna now head over to the Blue Tower path, which was pretty annoying, but for now we have to go across this slope section. The slope section is not as easy as it looks, to be honest. Like, it's easy, don't get me wrong, but I still died for some reason. Like, it's stupid because the not the 5-frame window, but the thing that like you can clip through the slope sometimes when you're too high. It's just so dumb. Okay, so now we are at almost at the Blue Tower path. Okay. We need to climb on this little sand block. Yeah. It's a quite funny item, to be honest. Here, if you look carefully, my previous attempt, I died here because I like pressed A. Well, technically it's B, but I pressed the jump button directly because I wasn't focused, and like the focus I got on the star was really bad. Like, I got upset quite quickly, I'm not gonna lie. I got annoyed, and it's pretty annoying. Okay, here we do this in Blue Tower. This is the Sin platforming paths, and this section sucks. I hate that section. Like, it's not like ultra difficult compared to the hardest thing in the store, but it's so annoying. You can just fall off, you can miss the platform. It's ridiculous. Okay, now we have this pass right here. It leads to a column of 5 coins and a red coin. Here I tried to get firsties, but I really struggled to get firsties here, I think. Oh no, okay, it wasn't in this attempt again. But yeah, firsties were kind of a big deal, I think, in this grind, and he almost died right away. The tip here, if you don't want to like jump backwards, it's just to hold downwards on the slope. I got this advice from Pluto's video in like the red coins. And about red coins, I'm definitely not gonna do that right now. Probably later, might give it a shot, but for now I'm not feeling ready to get into this. Alright. We just have to climb back up, and we are now gonna be able to go to the slope section, which is red tower, yellow tower, satellite paths. So we should leave that section with 47 coins, and but don't worry if you miss like a single coin. It's not a big deal, but there's only a very few RNG elements, like a very few in this route. And even though you miss a coin, it's not a big deal. Just be careful to not miss any others, because you can be really fucked. Okay, so now this section, I got so much more consistent here. Thankfully, this section, as I said in the Red Tower video, it takes a long time to learn, but I've done that for hours, as I said, so this is definitely it wasn't the biggest issue. Like, I died here a couple times obviously, but that was definitely not an issue as big as it used to be, like in Red Tower or maybe Yellow Tower, even though in Yellow Tower that was not that big of a deal. And yeah, so we're gonna have the Red Tower paths, the path that leads to Red Tower. We already commentated that, so let me just talk a bit about this grind and Dream Edition quickly, because I think there are like some stuff to say. Alright, so the first thing is like, this is my hardest star currently, and it took 18 hours. And for T-Reds, it took over 80, but obviously we can't really compare these two grinds, because when I did T-Reds for the first time, I didn't have the experience that I have right now, and if I were to redo T-Reds right now, I think I could have it in like a day, maybe, because I got definitely so much better. And also, about this grind, like 18 hours for a star this hard, it might seem like not a lot of time, but actually we have to know that this star requires to go through all the paths that we did in the 5 first stars. So technically, if you did the star like without doing all the other stars, you will obviously take a lot more time. And also, like, the grind here was like, the beginning was fun. I really like the layout of the star, but the really big problem here is that the beginning is just so boring compared to the like all the extra stuff and all the remaining stuff. And also, now that I have this done, my goals are to reach Final Tragedy without the star display, and after I reach Final Tragedy, I'm gonna try to reach Everlasting Encore, because I want to do Everlasting Encore first before getting to course 15. Yeah, that's just for a plan, but I can't really like talk too much about the plans, because I don't know like if I'm gonna be able to play a lot, and if I'm gonna be able to have the mental to do like everything. But enough talking, because we're almost to Red Tower. We just have to go through this jump, so we have to kill the stuff at first. There's a lot of strats for this jump, but here I use this one, which is probably the safest. So you can see, but yeah, there's a slope obviously here. And to get back on the platform, I found a setup that is, for me, pretty consistent. Basically, I jump and then I pause, I buffer left here, and then I jump. It's the most consistent setup, because sometimes you're gonna be too low, sometimes you're not gonna have enough speed, and this was the setup I used, and I think it's the more like the most consistent. Okay, finally, we are finally reaching Red Tower. Yes, I'm finally happy to be back there. I died a few times to Red Tower, I'm not gonna lie, but like Red Tower has like a few extra jumps that are pretty nerve-wracking, and at this point I started to get nervous. I managed to like calm my nerves and like get like I managed to be calm for most of the attempt, like compared to TD-Reds, where I like at the end of TD-Reds I couldn't move my hands, and my BPM were like going super high. Here I wasn't that stressed, to be honest, and like yeah, like my nerves management, I would say, got so much better and it helped, because if you're, as I said, if you're not able to control your nerves, you're just gonna die really stupidly. And the thing is, I'm like, it's pretty complex. It's a complex thing, but basically, I noticed that when you're nervous, your muscle memory is gonna be a little different. Like, it's gonna fluctuate it's gonna be fluctuating, yes, a little more than usual, right? And that's what it can cause problem. Okay, and I have a good example coming up where this statement really matters, and this is not this one. Here we just have to get that red coin, which is I actually died once here, but it's not difficult. Just make sure you control your height better. I mean, compared to the red tower star and the yellow tower star, because we do not use the same strat. So yeah, basically the muscle memory changes a little bit when you're nervous, and the actual memory doesn't, because you're more focused. But the muscle memory, which is the thing that technically you controls the least, it changes a little bit. And I have a very good example coming up, as I said, which is this one. So if you're familiar with Red Tower and Once Away the Future, you know that here is a firsty section. Basically, you can do one firsty or do a firsty ratio, but here I chose to do the firsty ratio, and I almost died to it because in practice, believe it or not, I could do this section like tons of time. I think in practice I never died here really, I think, but in attempts I was pretty stressed, and the thing is, I had the muscle memory to do that section without too much difficulty, but since I was nervous, my muscle memory changed a little bit, and it made that section really much harder. And here, as you saw, I was almost too low, and I don't know if it was luck or anything, but I managed to climb back up. But it's not done yet because I'm still struggling to get firsties to get height. Thankfully, these walls are not that far apart, so you can like do only a really reasonable amount of firstie to gain height. And if you miss one or two firsties, it's not gonna be a big deal. But yeah, as you see, I'm just struggling so hard to get the firsties because usually I have the visual cues, I have the muscle memory, like, but yeah, when you're nervous, it's really different. Okay, hopefully it makes sense, actually. Okay, can you get the arch? Yeah, I know it takes a long time to get this, but it's super nerve-wracking, this section. I really hate it. Like, yeah, there's plenty of firsties in the stage. I hate that. Okay, yeah, I got the super good sequence right here because I started to calm down, and then my muscle memory just like came back. I don't know. I don't know if it does make sense, but yeah. Okay, now we have this little section. So basically there are two strategies here. The first one is the one I use, which is the safest, and the next one is the worst. And I don't understand why people use it, because you have to do a super precise long jump to get into the walking section. I'm just gonna show you. So basically, there's a red coin nearby, and here I prefer to use like this strat where you like climb, and then yes, climb, okay, and then you jump down, and then you get the red coin instead of doing the weird long jump strat. Like, it saves a little bit of time, but time doesn't really matter here actually. This attempt lasts for 30 minutes because I struggled on the firsties, and I was kind of slow sometimes, but usually it takes around 20 to 22 minutes to get this. But here it took 30 minutes. It's not like, it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather play slow than play fast and do some dumb mistakes. And even though I was playing slow, I still did some really dumb shit, like for getting red coin. That yeah, that would force me to redo an entire star that I technically already got. Yes. Okay. Now we have the Evo section to get the column of five coins. It could be pretty nerve-wracking because like it's not difficult, don't get me wrong. You just wait for that heave ho to slow down, and then you do the QSLG, you jump, and then what you want to do here is land, jump, double jump, and then jump, double jump, kick, and then you go back, and then you do that. I kind of messed it up here, as you saw. I almost fell in the quicksand, sorry, and the Hevo almost got me. And the nerves here don't really help out, but it's not the hardest section. It could be a little silly when you learn it, but my biggest advice here is like find the best setup for each section. Don't try to take risky strats, just play it safe, and it's gonna be it's gonna work. Okay. Almost at the end of red tower here. Just get the red coin. And we're gonna be facing the super annoying heave ho. Yeah. Okay. But first off, we have to do this. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking my time here because I don't want to miss this. Yeah. Okay. I got so much more consistent to that section, and if you haven't seen my red tower video, this section, like the slope section, is really hard. It looks quite easy, but don't get me wrong, it's super tricky. Okay. All right, so here I lost like maybe 2 minutes trying to dodge that heave ho, and yeah. There's nothing really interesting to comment here, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty funny, but the enemies in this level are super annoying, don't get me wrong. I really hate them. Okay, and finally. Alright, so now it's pretty cool because I'm gonna be able to comment Yellow Tower, which I didn't do, I think. No, I didn't comment a Yellow Tower because I only commentated Red Tower, like in the video. Okay, so here we jump here, and if you miss the red coin, you could technically grab the red coin nearby and then do the glitch walking strat, but that's what I actually tried to do when I got the 118, because, well, I would not have to do the glitch walking because I would have had the 120s, but if you were to miss a coin and if you like, oh, you catch it, but basically, if you miss a coin, you can technically grab this one. It's probably one of the safest if you know your setup, but yeah. Okay. This walking section is quite silly in my opinion. It's not as hard as it looks, but I don't know, I kind of hate it. Like, only died once here when I was doing Yellow Tower, and I didn't die to the walking section. I died because I used a different setup to get into the walking section. And yeah, I died. Okay. So now, the strat we use, well, basically we could do the firsties thing to go across the Yellow Tower section, and then like to go across this gap on the right. We will have enough coin to get the star, but it's a little risky. It's definitely not easy, and do a firstie strat while being stressed, it's definitely not the best thing in the world. So instead, we're gonna jump down to the satellite path, and we're gonna redo satellite star. Yeah, so technically the star, we have to get the red tower and satellite plus extra stuff. It's really ridiculous. Yeah, but thankfully I didn't die to satellite once. I will have to redo all satellites when I'm gonna go for like the final tragedy entrance. And I tried a couple, like the last section was the firsties, and it's hard as fuck, man. It's really tough. Okay. This walking section here, it never killed me because, like, it never killed me, but if you're doing satellites, this section might be a little difficult. So just have the right visual cues and you're gonna be fine. Here I want to make sure that my camera is correctly set. Okay, and we're gonna be doing the last big jump, the last hard jump of the stage, that I technically missed, but thankfully, if you missed it in some ways, you're pretty good, and if you missed it in other ways, you're not good at all. Okay, so here, yeah, I'm just taking a deep breath here, I think. Okay, so here basically, this is probably it's pretty tricky jump. It's not as hard as it looks, but here I missed it. Thankfully, I didn't bunk, which allowed me to get back on the platform. That was really nerve-wracking because it doesn't help your nerves. Like, yeah. Okay, long jump. There's plenty of strats here, but I use this one. It's pretty safe once you have the good, not visual cues, but once you have the right amount of practice for this. And yeah, here we're basically done. I guess we're just gonna grab the Chokya, and then there's nothing like much to say. To conclude, basically, because this star is as I said, it's a very special accomplishment. It means a lot, actually. I'm super happy to get this, like to have this done. But to conclude, yeah, I'm really happy, and I really think it's a good sign for the following things in Dream Edition. I know the following things are not gonna be easier by any means, and this is not even. It's not even hard compared to like the following stuff, but still, it's still a very good accomplishment, and I do really feel like. Yeah, I do really feel like it's a good sign, and I'm gonna keep up. Honestly, I'm not gonna like quit this game. I really want to go as far as I can, and this is the first step. So there's gonna be other steps, but it's definitely the first step of a big path, I would say. So yeah, basically, guys, thanks for watching, because that accomplishment means a lot, and I hope you like the star. I hope you like the commentary, even though I said most of the stuff in the Red Tower video. And yeah, I really hope you liked it, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye. Guys, it's now or never. It's now or never, bro. Please. Okay, star spawn. It's now or never. It's now or never. Please, bitch, get the star. Get the star. Nice. Ah, man. Yes, let's go, dude. Oh my god. Let's go. Oh my fucking god, that's it. Okay. Oh yes! Let's go, dude. I technically got the star 2 times, bro. Technically, I got it 2 times. I don't give a fuck, man. I got it 2 times. Ah, fuck yeah, dude. Feels good.